Good morning. How do you budget for your groceries? That's the beginning of May, and today is May 8, 2021, and we went and did some groceries. So if you are trying to decrease your grocery expenses, you might want to take a look at your spending for a few months to see how much you are spending, and then from them you can set a budget on how much you wanted to spend on groceries. And if you fall short, you just adjust it until you get to a comfortable level that you know that this amount is what you can set aside for your groceries. And one thing I like to point out is I noticed that it's easier if you take groceries money out of your checking account and have it as a cash on hand, because grocery is a variable expense. So it's easier when you have it on the side before you spend it. That way you won't have to track your checking account to see what went into groceries, how much you spend, and vice versa. So if you are at the beginning, you might want to save your receipt. That way you can record the receipt and see if after a certain number of months to see how much you spend in average. Jaden, you stay there and you keep your voice down, okay? Yeah, well, I will talk to you when I'm done. So I'm going to show you what we purchased. Gabrielle, I'm recording, you know that, right? Thank you. So we set a budget for 2021. Our monthly budget is $300, and I like to make purchases at the beginning of the month. Jaden, I'm recording. Keep your voice down. So, and for the month of May, I try to keep my spending very low. Gabrielle, get a book and start reading. So we like to set. So we have $300. What I like to do, and so that you know for sure that you are spending enough on fruits, it's good to set a budget for groceries and then see how much within that amount will be for fruit, how much will be for meat, and then how much might be for non-consumable, like, I won't call it non-consumable, but that are now food, like toilet paper, for instance. So in our case, $300, $60 is for fruits, $90 is for meat, and $150 is staple cooking items and non-food like toilet paper. And out of that $150, I like to say to myself that $50 is for toilet paper and anything that is now cooking related, and the 100 is for food. But I don't separate those two categories. But I like to keep an envelope for fruits, an envelope for meat, and then an envelope for $150 for groceries, general groceries. And what is good about taking cash out for your groceries is when you don't spend the full amount at the end of the month, you keep the amount, the remaining, in the separate envelope, and you just put it in a bigger envelope and put it on the side. And then you take your monthly grocery regular amount, in our case it's $300, you take it out again for the following month and you separate them in separate envelope for the month. And then when at the end of that month you have leftovers, you just pull them out of the envelope and put it in the previous month envelope. So those savings are what you will use to stock up when things go on sale. So we took $300 out for me. Gabrielle, I'm recording. Remind your brother to keep his voice down. So we took $300, and yesterday I asked my middle daughter to get a paper and write grocery list for us. And much we are running low in some items. I didn't want to stock up for multiple months or anything. I just want something for the month of May. And I went quickly through my grocery, my shelves, and see what we are low on. So she put down sugar, and we got sugar for 10 pounds. And that's something that lasts more than a month for us. And these things I need to clean up the floor. The paper is kind of torn here, and that's the 10-pound bag. We got peanut, and it is unsalted roasted peanut. We like to use it for breakfast or snack. It goes in porridge for us. So I asked for 5 or 4. I don't know, but I think we got 4. And pretty much what I did is my husband did the shopping for us, but what I did is I gave him $80 for groceries. And within that groceries, we like to put $20 on the side for milk and bread. And when bread goes on sale, we like to stock up and just put it in the freezer. What I like to do with this is I like to carry it and carry all the way and carry in pieces, and you can butter it or not and put it in the freezer, and that would be great to make how it's called, garlic breads out of those. So 30 cents on sale. But there is another type of bread that we like to have in the freezer for sandwiches. We stock up on them when they are on sale as well. So we got those bread. It was not scheduled, but we do have money on hand for that. And I made some purchases. So we are low in cheese, and we use cheese for pizza. I like to grate it, and the reason why I get this is just that it has very few ingredients, and it's just the milk, salt, and enzymes. So I like to get it, put it in the freezer when I'm ready. I like to shred it, put it in the freezer bag, and put it in the freezer. So we are low in tomato puree. That's the only canned tomato we purchased, and he got 12 of them. So can go more than a month, and pretty much having cheese, tomato, and we have flowers. So having those, we cook from scratch, so we can make pizza, and that's what I'm making right now. And I have them, and I'll put them pretty soon in the oven. And in fact, I can just do that while I'm talking. And that's the beauty of cooking from scratch. You use few ingredients, you stock up on few ingredients, and you know what you are putting in your food. So I'm just going to set the oven at 350 and the timer for 40 minutes. So now we have the tomato puree, the cheese, we have meat in the freezer. We stock up on meat on sale. So at the beginning of the month, when my husband took the grocery money out, meat was on sale. So I believe our steak was like $1.49 a pound, and he spent about $40 to $40 or $50, I think $40 to stock up on those pork steak, and we put them in the freezer. Maybe we might take a look at it. But that's why I like to keep meat, fruits, and groceries separate. Meat, I only purchase meat when it's on sale. If it can go on sale, I prefer to purchase it when it's on sale than paying full price for it. But those groceries items, they don't go on sale. I like to stock up on them for more than 1 month, have more than 1 month supply at home. But because they don't go on sale, I like to put some money on the side for grocery items that might go on sale during the year before I spend the rest on grocery items that won't go on sale, but I like to have more than just what I need for the month. So tomato puree, I might use more than, it might go more than 1 month. So now we went through those items, and notice that we can purchase much for the whole month. And the way we do it is, it's not really what we need to cook right away, but it's more to replenish our stock. So those are what I'm getting low in my freezer or on my shelves. And then we got washing soda here, which is, we use it for laundry and for cleaning the bathroom. So that's one thing I'll go with. Toilet paper, for instance. And we have peanut oil, and I believe that's 3 gallons of peanut oil. 3 gallons of peanut oil is usually costs about $32, but I like to go with that, and we use it. Pretty much what I like to do is, I'll put it in a smaller, that's what I have here, and I will just keep it in my cabinet for use. And having that size of peanut oil, if we fry, then I have oil on hand to fry. And when we make popcorn, that's what I use for popcorn. Yesterday was Friday, and the kids and I like to have popcorn night, so I'll make a lot of popcorn, and that's 22 quart. It was full, and I'll just put popcorn in big bowls for them. But yesterday, since we have those containers around, I asked them if they want the popcorn in it, and they were, because it's not what they use for popcorn generally, they were excited to have it in something that is different from glass bowl and stone bowl. But that's that. So having the peanut oil on hand is very good. The only time I will use coconut oil for popcorn is when I'm out of peanut oil, and coconut oil can be used as well. But yesterday I opened another bag of popcorn. We purchased it more than a year ago, or probably a year ago, from Sam's Club. And Angelique, can you give me a pen, please? I need to write a date on it. That way when it is out, I know how long it took us to use it. That way I know how many I need to have on hand for 1 year supply. And that's 50-pound bag of popcorn, whole grain, great snack for kids. And I'm just going to write 5/7/21 on it. And we do have flour here. Usually I buy bleach flour, but because of the situation last year, 2020, was hard to find bleach flour, and I switched to all-purpose bleach flour, and I was okay with it. But over time, I'll switch back to bleach flour, and that's 25-pound bag. So having that on hand, we can make sourdough bread, sourdough pizza. And the reason why I wanted to spend very low on groceries, regular groceries, is because I'm putting money on the side so that I can buy grain. Don't know if I purchased this one, is whole wheat, December 7, 2016 is not open. This one is open, and this one was open December 7, 2016. We still have it. We make porridge out of it, but I purchased it to make flour, but I have not purchased the grinder for it. and they are okay. But it was not the only grain that I purchased. I'm out of the other grain, so I would like to purchase them, and I purchased them online, and I purchased big bags of them. So I'm stocking up. I'm saving the grocery money so that I can purchase those grains.
Hey, you can't have these.
That way we have grains for porridge, like oatmeal for oats, or whole oats for instance, or oat berries for instance, and then other grains as well for cooking, for dinner, for example, for meals, regular meals. So grains that we will use. So that's, and I just had to sit down, check the website to see the price for those grains that I want to get and how much I have put on the side so far to see if I can place the order. And since we are getting close to summer, some food items might go on sale, like corn for instance, or things like that, that will come out of grocery. So I like to have money on the side to stock up on those things that I don't grow. We grow a lot of vegetables. Okay, yeah, you want to give me, oh, okay, so, yeah, we grow a lot of vegetables, but things that we don't grow, we will purchase them, and I like to purchase them when it's on sale. So now, let's go to fruit. Fruit is $60 a month for us. And we have the ad, and the ad has 80 cents. My husband is very great at checking the ad for fruits that will go on sale. Pretty much it's like fruit became his specialty. So he think about the fruit he needs to get for the week or for the month. And every week when we get the ad, he will go through it to see if there is a fruit on sale. And he will let me know. And then we'll see what we wanted to buy. So grape was on sale for 88 cents. And since we have $60 taken out this month for fruit, I think he spent a good amount on this. Jason, how much did you spend on the grapes?
So like 15 something on the thing.
So he spent about $15.
18 pounds.
18 pounds, $15 worth of grape. So I will put them in the fridge, and it will be a great snack for the kids. And what I like to do, because we start having some greens growing in the garden already, I like to make salad, and our salad is pretty much a lot of fruits and greens based. So I will get greens from the garden, including the one that we grow ourselves, which are perennial vegetables that you can use for lettuce. One of them is like sorrel, for example. I will get that, and I will see what kind of wild edible plants we have around. And at this time is dandelion. I will add dandelion to it, and I will cut some green onion, some herbs from the garden, and then we have a lot of apple. And then I will chop up apple, add it to it, and cut the grapes, add it to it. Then I'll make the vinegar with our, just oil and vinegar with salt, with herbs, mix together, add it to it, and then we'll eat it with our own bread, sourdough bread made from scratch. So that's how I use the fruit. And the salad will have a lot of fruits in it, and the kids love it. So, and I'll put them, they will occupy one shelf unit. I have to find a space in the fridge to put them in it. And we did make some business purchases as well. And I'm sure the business purchases, my husband will have a receipt for it. Those will be separate. When you are purchasing grocery items and business items, you might want to make sure you keep your receipts separate. You can make those on one trip, but you have to keep the receipt separate if you treat your business as a business. So we do have some coconut oil here. I make a soap, light soap, and I have not have time really to order oils in bulk online where I source them from. So organic extra virgin oil, coconut oil, and then extra virgin olive oil, and I will use both of them for our soap that we use. And we got some fabrics as well, so the business items will be put on the side because they are totally different from the groceries. I'll look for the receipt for the business. As for the grocery, I don't even track the receipts anymore. I just track the cash that I have on hand for the grocery. So those are the groceries that we purchase as a grocery haul for the month of May. And the soap is pretty much what we use to wash hands, to wash dishes, to shower, and we sell it at ninassoap.com, and that's what we use ourselves. Natural soap, and we don't add fragrance or chemicals or dyes to it beside the sodium hydroxide. So we do have apples, and I believe those went on sale last week. My cousin got them. We use them in salad, and we do have the remaining. So when we save fruit money, we don't spend all of it at the end of the month. We keep the rest on the side. When fruit goes on sale, we stock up on those. So I'm just going to free one shelf. I think I'll put this in the freezer. Is sour cream. I like to use it for cream cheesecake. So I'm just going to clean up one shelf. And I'm going to line it up with one of our towels. Sorry. Jaden, keep your voice down. And then I will just put them here. So yes, $300 for groceries for a family of 5. It's not a lot, and it will vary for every family based on what you cook, what you use. But you just have to see the number that works for you. And it's not because you can afford to spend a lot that you should be spending a lot. If you have money saved, you can invest it in your own business. And that's pretty much what we do. We work hard for our money, and we like to save to put it to work. So the purpose of our YouTube channel and our blog is ways you can save money and ways you can make money. So that you can reach your financial success or your financial independence where you don't worry about money. So pretty much that shelf is full, and I have one bag left. And I think I'll be able to add it to the apples. And I do have few in the box. We do have more here. And that's how we spend our grocery money. First budget, we go through our groceries. We draft a grocery list to see if we'll be able to afford it within the amount we want to spend. It's not because we took $300 out that I want to spend $300. I like to spend below that. So $150 is for groceries this month, and I gave $80 to my husband to buy the groceries. The tomatoes, cheese, sugar, oil, washing soda, and pretty much gave him $40 for fruit for this month, and I put the other $20 on the side. And for the meat, he spent about $40 out of it. First day that he took the money out. And we just use a container with envelopes in it, and I don't even track those receipts anymore. But before, I used to write them down by category so that I know how much we are spending in groceries, in different groceries categories, to know how much we really need. And that's the fruit. The fruit is kept, is FT fruit, is kept separate. And I will just check to see if he has any food. He does have some changes left in the food. Out of the $80, he has about $4 left out of the $80. To have some cash for milk. Some cash for milk and bread. And those are just kept in the container. Yeah, and that's pretty much how we stock up. And what I will do, since that sugar is dripping, since that sugar is open somewhere, I will just pour it in the container, the sugar container. And those sugar containers, you can get them from the bakery section, the grocery store. So I'm going to get the container is from where the wheat is. The popcorn baggies. They leave sugar, and it's a lot easier for us to just use it that way. Yeah, there is an opening here.
I'm 22.
I like to do with this is just open and making sure I get all the sugar out. And I like to put on the side where I can repurpose it by mulching the garden. We fix. The tomato puree, I think I'll leave one here. Or if you have space, I might take all of it. I might put all of it here. This has sugar. Okay. And those are like 29 ounces. And the peanut, they usually just go when we have the popcorn. It goes on the top shelf, so I'll put them there. The sugar will go there as well. Trying to see. And the bag, we just use it for trash. We don't buy trash bag. We just hang it at the door, and what can go in it goes in it, and then we can just take it out, put in the bigger trash bag. So we just store on those grocery bags. And that's one way to save money. We don't buy grocery bag, trash bag. I do have a lot of sugar in this, so this one I'm not going to save it. And the business, this, Jason. Just want to make sure. I'm not going to grate this just yet. I have some I can use for the pizza, and this one I can just put in the freezer. And pretty much, you know, when you get your groceries, you want to just profit from, just take some time and just put them away right away. That way, you're not going to have things staring at you. You have to put them away anyway. So, you might just get done with it. And those I'll work on them later. So the oil will go in the basement. We get floors. So it was not really what I was expecting. It was more the color I was looking for. So that was a part of the grocery money as well. And that will go where we have the popcorn. And that's pretty much it. Everything has been put away aside the business things and the oil. So now let's go check the basement for meat. And the camera battery is low. That's why I'm trying not to move it much. But hopefully we'll be able to get to the base, get to the meat. Let's see here. We use the basement for business and for our personal stuff as well. So we have this, that's just the meat freezer. Let me see if I'll be able to plug my camera here. I'm going to put the bag. We have some stash of bag here in the basement, so I'm just going to close it and put the bag there first. So we have groceries sections there. We have our meat stock. And those are pretty much the first pick. So, and it's easy when they are single like this to store them easily, you know, and use them. So what I like to do is just salt it, put it in cast iron pan that you saw the pizza in, and just put it in the oven while I'm cooking dinner or meal or lunch or whatever I'm cooking. By the time the meal is done, what is in the oven is done. At 350 it takes about 30 minutes for them as well. And they are easy to put in the microwave or to leave out for a few hours, or leave in the fridge for about a day or two. And don't know if you saw the price. Yeah, $1.49 a pound. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have them here as well. Pretty much that's that. For steak, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's pretty much how we 14, let's see. Yeah. That's the same thing as well. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, you know, when meat goes on sale is when you stock up on meat. Meat can be expensive. This one is $1.49, but that's pork chop, Iowa chops, pork chops, and it goes on sale. I like to stock up on them as well because they are just easier to cook. So our meat budget, when we take it out, is just to put it on the side until meat goes on sale, and we just stock up, fill up our freezer, and that's where we cook from. So when we purchase meat is to pretty much replenish our freezer. And when I started, it was more to have meat on hand for winter, but pretty much now it's for year around. By the time we stock up for winter, you know, by the time we are out of it, it is time for meat to go on sale again. So I don't know how much this one was. $2.99 a pound, and that's $30.09 for 10 pounds. And that's ground beef. When I thaw it, I will cook it, brown it, put it in glass jars, the one that has the peanut oil, and then I'll put it in the freezers. And that's what I will use for pizzas. I'll use it to make, how it's called, we like to call it wrap, but it's more egg roll type things. So we make those as well. So yeah, having purchase your meat on sale if you are trying to cut down on your grocery expenses. Chicken goes on sale in summertime. Pork, beef, you might see them in fall. But sometimes year around you might find some type of sale running. The goal is to have your money on the side. If you don't have meat for the month, trying to find what is on sale you can cook with, so that you don't spend all your money. And then when meat goes on sale, stock up, put it in your freezer. And I would recommend a chest freezer. When last year we lost power for 1 week, things in my freezer spoiled, but the meat from the meat freezer stay okay. Some of them thaw halfway, but they're very cold. But I didn't have time to cook them all, so as most of them were still frozen, so I took them out, and the one that some were thaw, I took the one that I can cook right away. The one that I couldn't cook, I just tossed them because I didn't want to freeze them again. But there is not much. I only have one oven to work with, so I took what I will use and I just put the rest. And I was so tired of cleaning freezers because I have many of them. The vegetables in the freezers, they were the first one to thaw and they were tossed, but the meat freezer has meat in it. They were all in good shape. Some of them thaw. If I have the chance to cook them, I will have cooked them because they were like cold. Like if you were trying to thaw them in the fridge type thing. So that's that. They will last. At least mine, they last a week without problem. But my vegetables freezer, things store in them, so I empty them. They went back in the garden. The things are going the trash when the trash. So that's that. So it's very good to have your meat, to purchase them on sale. It will save you a lot of money if you are trying to cut down on your grocery expenses. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Lebanon Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, Lebanon Consulting L.L.C podcast, and NinaSoap.com our blog. We do have our online stores, including Nina's soap.com, our natural product store, label.com for custom apparel and stationery, download.com for downloadable products, business and finance, so templates and spreadsheets. And we have liberoutlets.com for retail products. Thank you so much, you all that watch our videos. Thank you so much, you all that subscribe to our channel. And we thank you very much for all your comments. Thank you for your time.